Good morning. How are you? If you are catching this on the replay, drop in the comments replay. And I have a question for you. How many three-way calls have you done? All right, I want you to answer that question. How many three-way calls have you done? Do you do them on a regular basis, or is it something that you are intimidated, afraid, not sure how to do? All right, so first question I want you to answer. Good morning, good morning. First question I want you to answer is, how many three-way phone calls do you do? And the second one is, how many three-way phone calls are you going to do this week? All right, I want you to drop it in the comments. And if you don't do them, or if you have questions about them after this video, make sure that you drop them in the comments also. So one of the best things that you can do is initiate a three-way phone call with your mentor, with your upline leader, with a leader to share their experience. But how do you go about doing that? So let's say you're conversating with someone, you're talking to someone, and they begin to ask a question. As soon as they ask a question, ding, 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 that should automatically say, let's get on the phone and chat. Oftentimes what I will say is, if they're asking a question, just say, hey, oh my gosh, such a great question. Too much to text right now. When can I call you? Is 4 o'clock good, or is 8 o'clock better? And give them some options. And ask them to get on the phone, right? And so once they say, oh, I can't do 4 or 8, but maybe I could do 8:30 tonight. Great. All right. What's your phone number? I'll call you at 8:30. All right, you get a time and you schedule that time with them. Then at 8:30, what you'll do before that is you will reach out to your 12K leader or above and say, hey, I've got a phone call at 8:30. It's someone who has asked, the price, or they've asked this question about the Thrive experience, and you will book that call. All right. So you will book the call with your leader, your direct leader, your 12K leader, someone who you believe can help connect with this person. All right. Then the time comes. All right. Confirm with the person and say, hey, I'm going to be calling you in 5 or 10 minutes prior to when you call. And then you can do one of two ways. You can get your leader on the phone first, which I actually prefer. That is my preference. I prefer if the person doesn't know that I am getting them on a phone with a leader, because you don't have to always tell them, you guys. You do not have to always tell them that, hey, I'm going to get my leader on the phone. In fact, don't ever say my sponsor, my leader. This is your friend, right? This is your friend who's been thriving longer than you. And so I would get my sponsor on the phone, and I would say to them, hey, this is my girlfriend. We've been chatting a little bit about the Thrive experience. She had some questions. Her specific question was, what is the price of it? Or something along those lines, whatever the specific question is. So you're sort of prepping them. And then you call, you click over and you call the person who you are going to get on the phone, and then you say, hey, do whatever small talk you have going on. And then you say, hey, look, I've got my friend Kelly here with me. She has been thriving longer than me. And I know you were asking some questions, and I want to make sure that we use your time wisely, and that you get all your questions answered. So Kelly, this is my friend Laura. Laura, has been interested in the Thrive experience, but had some questions. She was specifically asking about the cost and the price, and I just wasn't sure, and I know you're the expert, so I would love to get you guys connected. And then you're quiet. If you are connecting, you then are quiet. You then let the leader, whoever you've gotten on the phone, you let them sort of take it away from there. What are they going to do? They are going to ask questions. They are going to figure out, what is this person looking for? What sort of questions do we have? They're also going to share their story. They're going to give the 3 threes of Lavelle, right? They're going to share what this product has done for them. They're going to share that they can earn it for free. And they're also going to share with them whatever questions they have, and they're going to make them feel confident. If you want that leader to close, if you want them to close and say, I want you to close this person, or, however, whatever your goals, your personal goals are, make sure that you communicate that with the leader before getting on the phone. All right. These are some really, really great tips that you can do. The other way that I like to do it is, let's say you're on the phone already with your friend, you have not dialed in your leader, and you then say to them, hey, look, I've got my girlfriend Kelly. She has been thriving a lot longer than me. I know that she'll be able to answer this question about whatever it is. Is it cool if I just pop her on the phone really quick? All right. And then you call the leader in. All right. So there are definite ways to do it. It can be very seamless. Now, if you feel like you want to prep someone that someone's going to be on the phone, sometimes I do that as well. And I will text them about 5 or 10 minutes prior to us getting on the call. And I will say, hey, look, I've invited my friend Kelly to the phone call, because she has been thriving a lot longer than me and she was available. And I know you'll love her. You'll get a chance to meet her too and hear her story. She's got such a great Thrive experience. And then they're sort of prepared if you feel like you want to prepare. Here's the thing about three-way phone calls. Practice makes perfect, right? They're not natural for anyone. I remember when my friend, Amber, my sponsor, said to me, do a phone call. I'm like, that is so weird. Why do I want to get my friends, my connections on the phone with a stranger? It's so weird, right? The reality is it's not, you guys. Leaders have been trained to do this. They know, and they're there to help you. Here's the other thing it does. It helps you learn. It helps you learn what they're saying. It helps you then allow the opportunity to do this for your team. So I'm going to ask you, how many three-way calls have you done up until this point? And if you haven't done that many, that's okay. What is holding you back from doing them? And I want you to tell me how many three-way calls you're committing to doing. All right, now sometimes there's a caveat, and that caveat is that we have hard times hooking people up with schedules, right? Sometimes schedules are tight. If you cannot get your schedule together, do a three-way Facebook message. I say a message versus a text because then you can voice. I know people who don't have iPhones, you can't voice over text. So do a three-way message on Facebook, on Instagram, something along those lines, and get people connected. All right, if you are initiating that three-way message, that three-way connection, it is your responsibility to keep that group chat going. All right, it's not the leader's responsibility, it's your responsibility to keep it going. So you guys, here's the thing, do them, reach out. I am going to post in the Thrive Bootcamp, I am going to post a specific outline. I would print this out, I would save it to your phone for you to follow when initiating three-way phone calls. All right. And if you are looking for this resource, where to find this resource, it is on WeThriveVault.com. All right. WeThriveVault.com is an amazing resource for you, and I will post it for you, but this resource is there in case you ever want to know where I got it. All right. If you guys have any questions when watching this video, drop in the comments and we will get it rock and rolling. The last thing I will say to you guys, if you can get someone on the phone, your ability to take them from non-thriver to thriver happens so much faster, right? You get them on the phone, they're going to hear the passion in people's voice. They're going to hear real life stories, where texting or Facebook messaging is just it takes a longer time period in most scenarios. You get them on the phone, they hear somebody's story, somebody can offer them, credits. Almost everyone who gets on the phone with me on my team, I am going to offer them something to get started right then and there. And we're going to try to get on the computer and order right then and there. All right. So you have that. And if you have an expectation for that call, make sure that you let your leader know so they know which way to guide it down. All right. I can't wait to hear about your successes this week with three-way phone calls. And I am looking forward to hearing it. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments. Talk soon.